Welcome to my channel, The K.A.E Way. My name is King, and today's title is Hello Korea, Hello Philippines, I'm an American. Before I go into that, please hit the like, subscribe, and the bell icon for future videos. So now, what's going on with that? So there's been a lot of titles like Hi Philippines, I'm Korean, Hi Korea, I'm Filipino. So this all has to do with hashtag cancel Korea. And then the number 2 thing is hashtag sorry to Filipinos. So where did all of this start? Well, let's go back to the beginning. It started off with a TikTok artist, Bella Poach, and she was doing a TikTok video dance and then took a picture of her dancing with her new tattoo. So the thing on that tattoo is a heart and a picture of the rising sun flag of the Imperial Japanese Army. So by her showing that, guess what? It offended Koreans and Chinese, but mostly Koreans. So what happened next? Koreans online, and not all of them, just a few of them, made some nasty comments about Filipinos because of that. So the Koreans were so offended because if you know anything about history, when a Korean or Chinese see that flag, it's just a reminder, just like, you know, what the Nazi flag during World War II, or it means white supremacy, or even the Confederate flag for Americans or for African Americans. Well, it's offensive. So Koreans took offense to it. So they made nasty comments like, you Filipinos, poor and uneducated. So, and then there were a YouTube video of 2 young Korean males. So they had a little picture of the Filipino flag. So both of them spit on the flag and ripped up the flag in disrespect of the Filipinos, and they stomped on the flag. So there were just some nasty comments going back and forth. And now, of course, for the Filipinos, they're going to come to, Bella's defense. And of course, Bella Pocha is a Filipino American, just like myself. I am an American, and she did some time in the Navy. So, she's doing her TikTok thing. She didn't know any better about the rising sun flag. So she even said in her Instagram, or Twitter, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend any Koreans. So I do believe she didn't mean to offend any Koreans at all. She said, what I'll do is I will either try to get it removed or just cover it up. So she apologized for that. But, both the Koreans and Philippines, and not all of them, not generalizing, made comments to each other. So when that comment about uneducated and poor, so on some of the Filipino sides, like uneducated and poor, well, don't you Koreans come to the Philippines to learn English from Filipino teachers? So, that wasn't even a smack. And then another nasty comment was, you Filipinos are ugly. So here's another comeback from the Filipino side. Wait a minute. How many Miss Universe beauty pageants have you won, South Korea? Because Filipinos or Filipinas, we won 4. And have you guys ever been in a top 5 in Miss Universe? No. So that's what's going on. So they're taking shots at each other. So the next thing is hashtag sorry to Filipinos. So now the Korean bloggers are now going out there apologizing for the few ignorant Koreans that come up with these nasty comments. And they're saying, I'm sorry for, our people for being such prejudiced pricks and racist and all that. And it's like, why do they have to apologize? The ones that need to apologize and get on their knees are those idiots that said something, or those two idiots that ripped the Filipino flag. Those need to get down and apologize. That's what I think. And of course, then I see some positive side from the Philippines where, they've been taking shots back out of defense. They said, okay, let's let it go. Let's let it go. And so some of the Filipino YouTubers that I've watched, what they've done is the meme of it. So they'll take the Korean flag and think about spitting, but they're like, no, not gonna do that. Think about ripping up the Korean flag, not gonna do that. Stomping on the Korean flag, they go, nope. Which was cool because they did not lower themselves to those idiots that decide to deface the Filipino flag. So kind of, it was kind of funny and not funny, but respect. It was very respectful. So I was like happy to see that from the Filipino bloggers, because I've been to the Philippines, and most of the times Filipinos are not that confrontational. I've never had anyone try to step up to me and disrespect me when I'm in the Philippines. I love going to the Philippines, and I even have a Filipino girlfriend, so I love it there. And for those two idiots that defaced the Filipino flag is not a representation of all of Korea, because I do talk to a lot of Koreans. They go, yeah, I love going to the Philippines. It's a wonderful place where, where the people are just very kind and warm and friendly, and, even the Filipinos that, made the attack back, not all Filipinos are that mean. They just came in defense. So, and that's the thing. You don't need to disrespect or say stupid stuff or racist comments, And it's good to talk about these issues, about this, and you can agree and disagree, but you don't need to add insult to injury. And Bella, should she known about it? She should have, but here's another thing. And even in our American history, we don't learn about a lot of those things too. For example, even if I am a Korean American with Korean parents, I really didn't remember about the rising sun flag. I remember seeing it, but I never knew about it too much till later in high school, thanks to my history teacher, who, inspired me to dig into history a little bit more. So, for crying out loud, it's really sad that this weekend, that's what was trending. It's bad enough what's going on in America, but to sit through this whole weekend to see hashtag cancel Korea, hashtag sorry to Filipinos. Oh my goodness. It was just a nonstop back and forth, but then, things are trying to cool down, which is hopefully good, that this will just disappear, hopefully. Right now it won't disappear, but I think, it'll go on for a little bit, but eventually things will cool down because, and another thing is, for another thing that, I've learned is, during the Korean War, the Philippines Army came and helped defend South Korea against the North. So, they contributed to South Korea. So, it's really, sad, that, Filipinos, really good people that, supported Korea. A lot of them love K-pop drama. When I talk to Filipinos, we talk about some of these things, because I'm not into K-pop. I'm more into the K-movies, but they love talking about this stuff, so I don't mind talking to them about this stuff, But I think it was really good to really talk about this, and all I can say is, my last words is, like Rodney King said, can't we just all get along? So yeah. So what I want to say is, I love the Philippines, and for the small few that are ignorant, it's really sad, and it's not a representation of Koreans and Philippines for what was said. So I hope everything just subsides and calms down. All right, so if any of you enjoyed any of this content, please hit the like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell for future icons. So wherever you are, be safe and take care.